Amazing, by the way. Thank
Oh,
you.
you are too.
You are.
All right, we are live on Facebook, YouTube as well, live on social media. Yes, yes, yes. I see the links coming in. I am so excited. I'm going to give everyone just a few minutes to come on in the room. Going to give everyone a few minutes to make sure that you are, listen, ready for this conversation that we are about to have. I am so excited about WaterWalker, the project. It's a CD project that really, as I started thinking about wanting to do something, this idea came back in July. And which I get these ideas of what I'm going to do. And then it's like, okay, all right, what we're going to do, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. My mind sometimes runs ahead of the how and the technology. But you know what I found in entrepreneurship? That sometimes that's the way we have to be, because if we stop and try and figure out every step along the way, that's why so many people remain stuck in place. And you'll notice that I have one of mine on there that talks about unsticking stuck for that very reason, because too many people are stuck. Okay. It looks like we've got everybody on. Listen, guys, as you come on, I do have the comments open. So if you'd like to make a comment, we are here. I'm also looking at the stream and the chat box on Facebook Direct. So we definitely encourage you to be a part of the conversation as well. Please share to your platform, share to your page, any groups that you have. We're going to spend just a few moments. We won't be here long, but I definitely want to take some time to really talk about this project, why it's so important for me, and encourage you to support these artists, now published artists, in this endeavor. I will say this is, y'all hear me, this is just the beginning. This is just volume one. And I am already in my mind quickly fast forwarding to volume two, volume three, etc. And so it's such an exciting journey. Let me start off with why. And then actually, let me start off introducing everyone, giving them an opportunity to say hello and to greet you all. And then I want to come back and share the why. And then I'll let each of these individuals share why they said yes. Because I didn't strong arm anybody. I didn't, I didn't threaten to hold them hostage at the stake if they didn't say yes. In fact, I'll tell you a funny story, and I'll introduce this young lady next. I met Tarnisha Townsend back in July, right? Was it July, August time frame? Yes. And in that moment, it was already in my mind that I wanted to do this. This was already something that was in my heart and my mind, but I'd not put anything on paper. And I had the opportunity of being in Huntsville at an event with Love and Marriage Huntsville. She was one of the guests that was there as well. We sat within close proximity of each other and just started chatting. And it was something about her voice. It was something about her. It was something about, look at that smile. Like, how could you deny that smile? And I said, listen, sis, I don't even know what you do. And I started really saying, who are you? What do you do? I feel like I know everybody in Huntsville. I did not know her. And even in the last week or so, as I watched some social media, I'm like, oh, wait, I didn't know sis. Wait now. And but I remember leaning over to her and I said, you know what? I talked to her about writing a book. And then I said, you know what? I'm doing this project. It's a CD. It's on affirmations and empowerment. And I would love for you to be a part of it. That was July, August time frame. And fast forward to October, she sent me a message and like, hello, are we doing this? Were you teasing? Was this a joke?
Yes.
Like, It's something we're really going to do. And so I so appreciate her following up. You guys, she is an amazing woman of God. She's an amazing, her story is so amazing. And that's what I love, because many of us come from ashes to beauty, right? We come from places where we've experienced the processes of life, and now we're here. And here's what's so important to me is that I never want to experience a process in life and not know how to reach back and show somebody else how to move through it. And so, Miss Tarnisha Townsend, I am so excited to have you as part of this project. Take a few minutes, introduce yourself, and then say something to everybody that's joining us on social media.
Well, greetings, blessings to all. As she stated, I'm Tarnisha Townsend. She said it all. I met her June, July. We were at an event for love and marriage. I my I don't want to go into my testimony, but I will give a brief summary. Years and years of abuse. I don't want to get teary-eyed, so I don't want to go deep into it. When she told me what she wanted to do with this album, I just want to be a voice for the ladies and the gentlemen, because I know that they go through abuse as well. And I wanted to be the voice for the ones who are afraid to speak up. And I wanted to be the voice for the ones that feel like they can't get out, the voice for the ones that feel like they can't move forward. I want to be that foot in the back of the ones that feel stuck. Because you can move on and you can push forward, and some of them don't know how. And I want to be the hand and the mouthpiece for the ones that don't know how. I know I sound repetitive. And God is the one that gave me the knowledge and the wisdom to do that. And he sent his mouthpiece to show me the way. And it was through this woman of God that, to be honest with you, Miss Johnson, it was her prophecy that led me to you. When I sowed the seed, she told me that the seed was going to open the door for my future. And when I sowed that seed, not knowing that I was going to purchase that ticket to the event, not knowing, when I couldn't find the outfit to wear to the event, I was going to say, I'm not going. My friend said, I can't do your edges for the braids. And I'm like, well, I'm not going because I can't get the edges to my braids done. I'm not going. I mean, everything that could go wrong for that event went wrong. When they told me I had to sit with my back face to the camera and my edges were going to show, I was like, okay, I just hope they don't show the edges. I'm like, well, I'm going to get up and go because I don't want my back face towards the edges of the camera. And then Miss Johnson sits on the end of the table. And I'm like, okay, this lady, such a power, her voice, powerful. And she will tell you, I didn't say 2 words. I didn't say, I'm not a talker. So I'm like, I'm okay, her voice, I'm not saying. And then she got up and prayed. I'm like, okay, I'm really not talking. It took her to speak to me, for me to know what she was going. God set me up. God set me up. He set me up. So when the prophecy was given to me, the seed that I planted, the seed that I sowed, opened this door. It opened this door, and I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let the rest speak for me. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let that. But I'm grateful for my past. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that he allowed. I never thought in a million years that I would be here. I didn't know how I was going to overcome the abuse. I didn't know. And I never knew. If you would have told me this 10 years ago, I would have bluntly said no way, because I suicidal. I didn't think I would be in this place. I did not. So, Ms. Johnson, I'm forever grateful. Thank you so much for your outspoken words at the event. Thank you so much for that prayer. I thank God for this opportunity. I just for the obedience. WaterWalker, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm Go
Listen,
ahead. Go ahead.
girl, you done broke me all the way down because I did not know any of that.
I wasn't going to say
My
anything, but
I'm
I can't
hearing
sit
this.
back. I can't. I just had to say that
Yeah,
little bit. I had to say that, but it was
listen,
the
you gonna have
seed.
me
I just
going in.
didn't know. It I wish she would log on so she could testify. Somebody from the church, if we could just type in RKC, they the witness of this seed, and they will tell you that seed opened this door. I promise you. If somebody from Refresh Kingdom Center would log on, they will tell you that's my testimony. They will tell you that seed opened this door.
Listen, I don't know if I need to turn the giant slayer loose because I could see that look on her face. Listen, she ready to go. Listen, giant slayer, you got something to say? Because listen, this is God's doing, and we want to be obedient to Him. So I'm gonna yield the mic if you got something to say. Because I saw that look on your face.
Listen.
There she go. There she
yield.
go. That's my pastor. Prophetess Valerie Harris. That's my witness. The seed opened this door. And that's all I just needed one witness. I just needed one witness.
My goodness.
I just needed one. I just needed one.
Wow.
I just needed one. I just needed one. And I yield the mic. I'm sorry. I yield the mic.
Listen, you're fine. Listen, prophetess, you got something to say to Tarnisha? Because I looked at your face and I was like, listen, go on in. Because I got time today.
Oh my God.
I don't know my auntie robe today. I got time today, baby. Microphone are not acting right. So go.
Oh my goodness. Tanisha, as you were speaking, the Lord just began to show me this glimpse of you on like a stadium stage, like you were presenting before a stadium. And the Lord began to say to me that this is just the beginning of your voice becoming a beacon for many. And there's parts of your story that you kept close, but the Lord is going to show you when. And He's going to tell you when to use that part of your story, and you will stand and you will say it to many. And I see you kind of like the only person I can compare it to, kind of like a Priscilla Shire, writing books that people study from and creating this great movement of women that are rising up from places of abuse, from places of violence, from rising up from stuck places. And I see you leading it, and you have a very calm, gentle spirit, and you asking God, how are you going to do this? Yes. And how are you going to put me before many? And the Lord says, I will grant you the boldness that is necessary, but I'm going to give you the timing. So make sure you stay very tuned to the voice of God, because He's going to tell you when. And there's some parts of your story that almost nobody knows. That's the part that you're going to release. And that's the part that will blow up your ministry for the kingdom. And I hear the Lord says that your feet will begin to touch many different states, even many different countries, because of this message. And when that happens, He will propel you, but you will have the right support to uphold you during that time.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I'm
No. We free. That is the word of the Lord. And I'm. I didn't know any of that. So I just said, okay, God, who? Because in July, when I first thought about this CD, I thought, well, Lord, there's no way I can do enough affirmations to make sense for somebody. And God said, I didn't ask you to do it. Find the voices. Find the voices. And I've said since 2009, my job is to capsize boats. And so, can I tell you, Miss Tarnisha, your boat has been capsized, baby. You will never be able to go back to a place of comfort. You will never be able to go back to a place of saying that you're not worthy and that this is not your time and that you are not called and that you are not purposed. But we are launching and releasing your voice on this day into the earth. Your voice will never be muted again, my daughter. Your voice will never be muted again. And we are pulling you from a place called the cave. We are pulling you from a place called silence. We are pulling you. I'm trying to act like I got some sense up in here today, but you have been pulled out of that place. Glory be to God. Me today. Woo! Mighty God. So it is a pleasure to have you as part of this project. And when I asked you, I meant it. And I'm so glad that you said yes. Thank you for being obedient and walking through the process. My next speaker, Dr. Zoe Shanks. Y'all, I met Dr. Shanks. I met Dr. Shanks at about 2011, 2012. We were both speaking at the same event. And she was checking me out and I was checking her out. I'm like, who is this bold woman of God? She just bold. And I am telling you, from that day to this, my heart and us, we are connected. And I don't care what time, distance, anything. We don't have to talk every day. We don't have to talk every month. Sometimes we went a year without talking, but I am connected to this woman of God. She is a doctor by trade. That is what she does. That is her education, and a trauma specialist. She is trained to deal with the trauma. And so I know that I had to. And I remember her calling me saying, "You sure?" And I said, "Yes, I'm sure. I didn't stutter. One thing I don't do is stutter." And she said, "Okay." She said, then I remember later we had a conversation. She said, "Well, I'm not sure." And I said, "Listen, all I could hear you saying was, sis, blah, 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 blah." And if you listen to it, if you haven't downloaded it yet, you should. That is exactly what she said. She started off, "Now sis," or something like that, or "Girl, get yourself together." And so I will introduce to you, present to some, my friend and my sister, Dr. Zoe Shanks.
Listen. So I'm trying to calm my spirit down, because all I can hear is, if it wasn't for the Lord, who was on my side, where would I be? See, when I heard the baby talk, I got excited in my soul, because WaterWalker, what you don't understand is the anointing that you carry causes women like me to want to walk on water. So what I heard the baby really say was, because you was at the head of the table, you gave me permission to sit in the presence of God. And when you opened your mouth and called my name, you gave me courage to move. See, this is what this CD is about. It's about the affirmations to have women to know that, listen, you might be where I used to be. You might be in that place called stuck. You might be in that place where you don't have any confidence. But this CD will begin to speak to your spirit, man, and activate something on the inside of you so you can get up and move. Now, this is one thing we got to understand that I think is so important. Just like this sweet baby, Miss Townsend, just said, listen, she didn't know that she could do it. She didn't understand that this stuff that she gone through was going to cause her to push into her purpose, but it did. But it did. See, when you start talking about your issue, I started thinking, God, I think you just set me up. John Slayer, God set me up, because I was sitting here thinking, please don't let her call me first, because I don't want to get excited quick, fast, in a hurry. But God knew that she was going to go before me, because the trauma specialist was going to come behind her and say, that the pain and the hell that we've gone through is going to push us into purpose. I don't care what you have gone through. You could have been sexually abused, domestic violence. Your mama could have left your daddy. I don't care what it was that the enemy keep playing in your mind that you not. But I came here today as a messenger of the Most High God to say you are well able to possess any land, hallelujah, that God set before you. I'm going to go back on mute because, see, I told y'all, I'm already excited because it had not been for the Lord. Miss Townsend, I'm not Dr. Zoe because I just woke up one day and said I want to go to school. I'm Dr. Zoe because I had to go study my own trauma. I had to go understand why my childhood sexual trauma was affecting me in my adulthood, and I couldn't have successful relationships. So, God, I need to go learn about me. This is what people don't understand in this season and this hour. We got to get our minds not on other people, but on ourselves. What are we going to do to be better? How are we going to get up from this place and stop making excuses so we can go fly in the things of God? And so I just want to say to you, sweetheart, thank you for saying what you said. I pray to God that people's ears have been open and their eyes are open to hear the word of God. And this is what you said, and I'm gone. I planted a seed, baby, and that seed changed my life. I put something in the ground, and the Lord made it do what it do, baby. I'm going on mute, WaterWalker. Like I tell you all the time, baby, you walk on water. Thank you for showing us young women how to get up out that boat, that we are well able to possess the land, and we are enough, that everything that God has said about us is real. Amen. I love you, and thank you so much for allowing me to be a part.
Man, I love y'all so much. I'm just sitting here stirring the pot, stirring the pot. Come on through, Lord. I'm stirring the pot. I'm stirring the pot. And I am telling y'all, I am here for it all because God is just so flat out amazing. I don't know about you, but I am always in awe. Now let me answer the question for that person that's asking. Are y'all preaching on the CD? No. I don't care who or what state you're in. Yes, we love the Lord. I unashamedly love him and unashamedly serve him. But this CD is for every single person that is needing some empowerment and some encouragement to just deal with life. To be able to, because let me just tell you, life happens to all of us, and I have yet to find that person that is exempt from life happening. And I am telling you that there are some people that even over these last couple of years, you have went through some traumatic situations. Some of you now are in the middle of dealing with the loss and family members that are not present for Christmas and family members that are not present for this holiday season. And some of you have even contemplated taking your own life and trying to figure out what to do and how to maneuver and how to shake yourself from the place and the space that is trying to press you down. This CD is for you. This CD is for that person that is trying to navigate to the next phase and stage of life. This CD is for that person who really has a vision and a dream, and in your mind you winning, but your actions and what you're seeing is not lining up with what you see in your dreams. This CD is for you. I want to bring up my friend. I met her over a year ago on Clubhouse. I am thankful for Clubhouse because I would not know this woman of God that is called the Giant Slayer. Now, y'all were talking about pushing into purpose, pushing into purpose. The name of her track is called I Am Purpose. And let me just tell you that last little sentence, she had chills all over me. I mean, you could just hear the how her voice resonated with that. I am purpose. And she has a way of saying it that I'm like, oh my girl, don't mess with me like that. I am purpose. And y'all, listen, all the way from the beautiful island of Trinidad and Tobago, it is my sister and my friend, whoo, Krisha Sarah Bowen, the Lion Slayer.
Once I can stop laughing, girl, you are too much. Hi, everyone. I am happy to be a part of this CD project. About 6 years ago, I was in my prayer time and I began to ask God the question of, God, what is my purpose? My both parents are pastors. I grew up in the church all of my life, but church was a ritual. It was about religion and never about relationship. So I went because my parents went and because it was the thing to do. And I remember asking God, what is my purpose? And he said to me clearly, in this poetic type tone, maybe that's why, I teach in this type of way. He said, you will help others to push past pain and passionately pursue purpose. And the minute that I heard that in my spirit, it began to awaken what you see as the giant slayer inside of me. And from that day, I committed my life to understanding what purpose is and to helping to push people into that purpose. And I realized that Usain Bolt said something and it resonated with me. And he was talking about being the fastest man and what, inspired him and what his coaches said. And he said in his first race, he ran really fast, but his coach told him, because you were looking at the competition, you ran slower than you really could. And his next race, he went faster because the coach told him that your race is against the clock, not against your competition. And when I heard that, something leaped up inside of me. And you want to know why I'm a part of this project? Because I realized my race is against the clock, not against my competition. So I have a responsibility to raise my voice for the message of purpose. And anywhere that I get that opportunity. So when Michelle asked, I don't know if she asked, I don't know if I answered, I just knew I was going to be a part of it. I can't even remember how the conversation went. Maybe we're talking about it. Like, I just don't know. But I know because I walk with God. Listen, I live a different life when it comes to walking with God and believing Him. And I pray for things. So when it manifests, I'm never surprised. In my human state, yes, I might be shocked, but because I say, Lord, give me divine connections, make me a magnet to the right people, draw every resource in terms of person, place, and thing that I need for my purpose. And because I practice these affirmations daily, I know I drew a Dr. Zoe into my life. I know I drew a Michelle into my life because I said, God, make me a magnet. So in this affirmation, and I'm talking about I am purpose, I said, you know what? I want when you put this track on in the morning and you're driving and you play that track, that it begins to stir up that purpose inside of you, and that you understand before you were a person, you were a purpose, and that you're not lost, but your purpose was created before you, and God created you because of purpose. So because there is a you, there is a him, there is a purpose. And I'm going to start to preach and pray up in here. So Michelle, you better take your mic. But I want you to know that you are purpose. And this is nothing that you're lost and trying to find. The enemy wants us to feel like we are confused about our purpose. He wants us to feel like we're lost and we're searching for something. Listen, from the foundation of the earth, you were created because of purpose. And God said, I need to create them because they would solve a problem on the earth. So I want you to wake up every morning understanding, because there's a him, there is a you. And because there's a you, there's a him inside of you that created you for purpose. I am purpose.
Somebody come pick me up. It's that I am
Purpose. Love it.
Oh my goodness. So now let me tell you guys something. Dr. Tracy Timberlake, I just sent a message. I really wanted her to be on. Hold on, let me send this message really fast. Because my goodness, y'all messed me up. When you talk about purpose and when you talk about coming out of the places of darkness and silence, and when you talk about trauma, when Dr. Tracy Timberlake found me, I was sitting in my room and I had gave up. And I don't share this openly. I haven't shared this much, but I had kind of just decided that, you know what, I've accomplished a lot. God has been gracious to me. There's yet there isn't more for me to do. I've done some really great things, but I'm good. I'm 50. There's nothing else. I can rest here now. I'm not where I thought I would be, but I can't complain about where I am. And as I was in that space of what's next and how do I navigate, and maybe this is where I, kind of hang my hat. I came across a young lady by the name of Dr. Tracy Timberlake. And she's just an amazing person, an amazing individual, an amazing woman of God. And she started I signed up for a course that she was offering. And she started off talking and really talking in the stages of affirmations. Now, I will say that I'd never really done affirmations. I'm not that person that used to write these things down because I'm so very type A and so very self-motivated that I felt like I don't need all that. That's all that hokey stuff, right? And boy, have I been reformed, right? And so I found her in that place and she started speaking in my ear. But as she started speaking in my ear, she started listening to me speak. And I'll never forget that even when we're together, we just had lunch the other day. And as I'm talking, it's so a part of who she is that if I say something that doesn't speak to purpose, that doesn't speak to destiny, that doesn't speak to where I'm going, if I say something that even gives the hint of allowing myself to stay stuck in a place of even this moment, she corrects me immediately. Even if it's something that says, I don't know. What don't you know? Well, why don't you know? She is so quick to correct the language that flows from my mouth. And so it was because of that I began to see things a little differently. And I saw where I had allowed my language to become stuck in my past experiences. Y'all gonna hear me in a minute, because what happens is some of us have now adapted and adopted the language of our trauma. You've adopted the language of where you were left. You've adopted the language of where you got stuck. You've adopted the language of the small and haven't adopted the language of the kingdom. I need to push somebody from where you were to where you are going. So what happens is I had adopted the language of my pain. I had adopted the language of where the knives went through my back. I had adopted the language of who do you think you are? I had adopted the language of rejection, and you'll never be able to do this, and you're too this, and you're too that. I had adopted the language of a place that couldn't hold the promise of where I was going. And so I had to do this CD to push some of you from a language of where you were to a language of where you were going. It starts with what you speak out of your mouth. And let me just tell you what happens. The enemy is so cunning that many of you are speaking a language of your past and a language of pain and a language of trauma. And you've done it for so long that you don't even recognize what you are saying. So it took somebody coming in my life to help me recognize, because I didn't hear it. I had become dull to that. I had missed it. And I didn't realize that what I was regurgitating over and over again was the place of my pain, the place of my past, the place of my trauma that I just kept regurgitating. And so I had not renewed myself, my mind, and my language to allow me to progress past that point. This CD will progress you past that point. It will push you past the place of your past so that you can then, you need a new language, baby. Because what you are saying is not fueling the growth of where God wants to take you. You need a new language. And so a part of that is making sure there's a new language that begins to reverberate on the inside of you. Do y'all know what happens when something reverbs? It's like a clanging of the cymbals. It creates a vibration. It creates this it doesn't stop. And so when you begin to say, I am brilliant, that ain't out of cockiness. That ain't out of whatever. That's who you are. When you begin to say, I am enough, that gives you permission to stop looking for other people to make up some differences in you. When you begin to say, I operate in my zone of genius, you give yourself permission to walk on water. Y'all, you've got to understand the importance of changing your language, of changing what you are saying and how you are saying it so that you can push yourself into your next level of living. So we've got some awesome voices that are a part of this project. I really, listen, the best thing that you can do is make sure that you are being a part of it, that you are allowing yourself to listen in, that you are allowing yourself to be and to hear, and not only just hear, but what I want you to do is one other thing. As you hear, I want you to create your own affirmations. I want you to go back in your mind and say, where did I leave myself stuck? Where did I leave myself in a place that doesn't serve where I'm going? And I want you to begin to have the dialogue with yourself where you are creating your own level of affirmations. Y'all, I'm excited. I am absolutely excited. So we've got some comments. I see everybody. We got, quite a bit of people on. Any questions from anybody in the audience? Any questions from anyone? Any questions? I'm going to open it up for questions. Y'all want to hear a little bit? Should we do it like a little bit of a listening? Y'all want to hear a little bit? Y'all don't want to hear this. Do y'all want to hear this? How about the welcome?
My name is Michelle Johnson, and I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to WaterWalker, the project. Affirmations and empowerment to fuel your day. Our goal is to create an opportunity of alignment and intentionality. Our goal is to help push and propel you into the life that you were designed to live, into the space that you were designed to occupy, and into the greatest moments that you will experience. Our goal is for you to realize abundance is yours. Exponential growth belongs to you. The truth is that it all starts in your mind. It all begins with your thoughts. It all begins according to the perceptions that you have about sun.
That's enough. That's enough. That is enough. Okay.
It's a tease for me.
I'll give y'all another little taste.
I am becoming more of who I already am. My end was written from the beginning, and I'm working the middle.
Work in the middle, baby.
I'm working from a place called purpose. You see, like the trailer of a movie, I've seen the end of this story, and in the end, I win. Even if right now, in this moment, I might not feel like I'm winning. I might not feel triumphant. I might not feel full of courage. I might not feel brave. I'm working the mystery of my history. Still, I am purpose. The answer to a problem that only I can solve.
You
And
can't hear no more. You can't hear no more. Can't hear no more.
Greetings, great people. How you doing? I'm Felix Anderson,
My
found to
friend,
wake your
Mr.
successful
Felix
self up global.
Anderson, wake
And I'm here
your
to charge you
successful
to wake
self
your successful
up.
self up.
If you don't wake up
Your
after
successful
this, you
self
were
up isn't
destined to
just a
stay
slogan,
asleep.
it's a mindset. And this mindset comes with accepting responsibility for the things that happen in our life that was and is beyond our control. Before we can wake our successful self up, we must first learn how to master the art of dominating our distractions. Dominating your distractions is more than just drowning out the outside noise. It is possessing the ability to become so in sync with the core of who you are and what you're purposed to do that nothing or no one can get you off centered and throw you off your game.
That's it. Y'all don't get no more. That's it. And then my brother,
hello everyone, my name is Kevin Mullins, and today I wanted to come and talk to you just a little bit about kingdom
Marketplace
entrepreneurship.
Ministry.
You know, it's very evident as we look to the scripture that our responsibility on earth as it relates to prosperity, increase, overflow, even the realms of business and the ability to get and create wealth is biblically undeniable. But if you're also like me, you might have spent a portion of your life frustrated, wondering how to escape the 9-to-5 or building someone else's dream. And how do I apply these kingdom principles and become a person that owns my own business? I'm innovative, or a person that can download solutions into the marketplace and become so valuable that you earn a new platform of influence to not only create success and significance, but to become a person that has a voice, ultimately of positive change. Maybe you're even wondering if being an entrepreneur fits the kingdom. You know, Jesus commissioned the disciples in Mark.
All right, y'all got to get the CD because it's my brother, Pastor Willie
Joseph, but through all the
Diggs.
dysfunction and all of the confusion, you must keep on dreaming. In the Bible, there's a story about a man named Joseph who life started to hand him a very chaotic hand. In this particular story, you will see a man whose family circumstances threw him into a whirlwind of trouble. I want to talk to the individual who your family life has been the very reason why you are stuck. You've been stuck in trouble. You've been stuck in situations, or you are dealing with life scars. Joseph, who was favored by his father, was given a coat of many colors. It was the it factor for him. It was the thing that made him stick out in a crowd. It was the thing that when he showed up, everybody knew he was favored. If that was not enough, the God of heaven began to start giving him a dream.
That's enough.
Sometimes
okay, I gotta go. I can't go no more. I can't go no more. Guess what, Dr. Zoe Shanks?
No matter what they did to you, no matter
y'all
what
gotta
they
hear
said.
that, sis. Hold on.
Hey, sis. No matter what they did to you, no matter what they said to you, I'm here to tell you that you are enough. I'm here to remind you that every pain, every trial, every tribulation that you have gone through was for a purpose and a plan.
Yes.
That God will use all those things to produce purpose in your life. Hey, sis.
Hey, sis.
You are enough.
You are enough.
The devil gets no glory. You will be all that God.
Oh, y'all can't get no more because it's my sister, Tarnisha, the power in your weakness. Ow!
And feel like we have to be strong. We often feel like we have to be perfect. We often don't want for anyone to see us in our weakness. It becomes a mental fight to stay strong. To be perfect doesn't mean you can't be weak. Someone is waiting to see the power in your weakness. Someone is waiting on you to sincerely say to God, I can't do this without you. I need your help. It is in your weakness that God shows up. 2 Corinthians 12:9.
She gonna put the scripture on y'all.
My grace is all you need. My power works best in your weakness. Paul said, so now I'm glad to boast about my weakness so that the power of Christ can work through me. Was it not Abraham and his son Isaac who walked up Mount Moriah?
Y'all done had enough. It's my friend, the bishop himself, the leader,
These are daily
Bishop
affirmations
Henry
for highly
Bolden
successful
II.
achievers. I am an achiever.
I am an achiever.
I am awesome beyond definition.
I am awesome beyond
I am
definition.
brilliant. I believe in myself. I am capable. I have confidence in my abilities. I am driven. I desire and deserve the best life has to offer. I am extraordinary. I am enthusiastic about living. I am fearless. I am fixated on my preferred future.
Ooh, fixated,
I
y'all.
am a genius.
Fixated.
I am
Okay,
gifted.
y'all done had enough of that, y'all. And then it's my friend, the Dr. Tracy Timberlake.
In this audio, I want to talk about money mindset because many of us did not grow up in a household where we were taught how to have a healthy view of money and currency, or whether we were taught about money as currency at all. Most of us learned that money was scarce. Money doesn't grow on trees. In order to make more money, you have to work really hard. And I want to change some of those thoughts and some of those limiting beliefs, because those limiting beliefs actually prevent us from making more money. So here's a quick exercise. I want you to think about the amount of money that you currently make, whether it's the amount of money per year, the amount of money per month, the amount of money per day. Think about the amount of money that you're making, whatever that number is for you. Now, I want to teach you that the amount of money that you currently make is the amount of money that you are an energetic match to. That is your vibrational frequency. When it comes to how we live in this three-dimensional reality, everything that we experience is a result of our own thoughts. We are always co-creating our life.
Give y'all all the tea. And then finally, unsticking stuck.
Unsticking stuck. Understandably, we enter places and seasons and moments when we feel stuck, when we are unsure of what to do and unsure of how to move forward. And so I wanted to develop a sense of affirmations to help move you from a position and place of stuck and into a position of go. There's some critical things that need to happen when you begin to unstick stuck. The first is recognition, realizing that you are there, that you are in that position, realizing and recognition of just where I am worthy of all of the goodness that is coming my way. I am creating generational wealth. I work intently towards my goals. When you change what you say, you change what you believe. When you change what you believe, you change the actions that you take. When you change the actions that you take, you no longer become stuck, but you move into a place called go. I believe in you. Let's go.
I believe in you. Let's go.
Yeah.
Any final words from anybody on the panel?
Yeah.
I just want to say I want to go to the place called go. That's all. I want to go to that place called go. Huh? That was good to me. I want to go to that place called go.
Yeah.
Listen, I done heard the CD, amen, and I done got excited all over.
Yes.
Honey, I'm gonna have it on repeat, honey.
Yes. I done heard it twice.
Listen, guys, anybody else, any comments from anyone on the panel? All right. Listen, I just want to thank you all for joining me. Thank you to everyone that is still a part of this audience. As soon as we click in broadcast, all of the links will go up, the flyers, everything you need to be able to download your CD. Can I tell you that this is 55 minutes? Y'all, at 56 almost, but this is 55, 56 minutes of nothing but life-changing affirmations and empowerment to move you forward. I don't know about you, but there's some things I never want to repeat again. And this is designed to keep you in a place called go. This is designed that even as you maneuver and navigate through 2022, that at any place you feel less than your powerful self, that you can hit press play and you will have the fuel that you need to keep moving forward. It's an amazing CD. The voices here are voices that you absolutely must have in your life as you navigate this next decade of wealth expansion. Y'all hear me and hear me well. I've been talking about the next decade for the last 3 to 4 months. You are about to enter a next decade of wealth expansion, the next decade of wealth expansion. And you need the right voices in your ear for when you are navigating tough places, and hear me, places that you've never been before. Places that many of you are about to hit waters that you've never seen before. You are about to walk in places you've never been. And let me tell you, the enemy's first thing is going to say and bring up imposter syndrome. Boo, let me help you out. You are an imposter there because you've never been there before. So don't allow that to keep you stuck. Just say, yep, I ain't never been here before, but I know how to navigate where I've never been. Because where I've not been there before in the physical, I remember something that says that when I was in my mother's womb, I remember something that says that I'm in the process of becoming who I already am. You better know who you are in the kingdom. So it may seem like an imposter. Yeah, physically, you've never been there before, and that's okay. So laugh at that, because what you have to remember is who you are. My goodness, I got started again. Let me stop. And I got started again. I got to stop. I got to cut this off. I love y'all madly. Yes, you can download as soon as we get off. We're going to put the link up. It's $20. When you process pay, when you complete the payment on the link, there will immediately pop up a box and you click that and download it. And then Tarnisha, I think you had some additional advice on what to do after they pay. They click the link, then what do they do next?
Yeah, so after you click play, you get the link. It auto downloads for you, so you click view. Do not re-click download because it automatically downloads. So you just click view. If you click download again, it does nothing. Okay. So you have to click view.
All right. If anybody has any technical issues, DM me or email me at hello@michellejohnson.com. And my assistant will assist you and make sure that you get everything that you need. You guys, I love y'all madly. Thank you so much for your participation. Thank you so much for working with me in the tight deadline. The goal was to get this out before Christmas, and y'all understood the assignment. Thank you. I didn't have to chase but a one or two of y'all down. No, I'm just playing. No, y'all were amazing. Y'all were amazing. All I need to know is, are y'all gonna be on volume 2? Because that's what we going from here. It's all the way up. All the way up. All right. I love y'all madly. Thank you all so very much for joining me on this. Y'all, the link is about to be posted. Go get your copy and get it now. Love y'all.